there is a debate going on in schools after people claiming one side and people claiming the other, and it's still happening. And it's with homework. Is homework important? Should it be used? Should it be mandatory? Should it go towards grades? I personally think that homework is important, but there are people who think that it is not important. Now, one thing that people say that are against homework is that it's time consuming, which is 100% correct. I myself, my sophomore and junior year, had a hard time with homework and completing it due to the time that I had left. I was at work and I had an event and I was in a club that took up a lot of time. So I myself had a problem with it. But there was one thing that helped me. I prioritized my homework at my free time, which was weekends. Saturdays and Sundays I devoted to getting that schoolwork done. That way that I could actually turn it in and get it complete. Yes, a lot of kids go through stuff and, they're very busy. But you need to prioritize schoolwork and you need to find time to get it done, which helps a lot. Another thing too is that when students go to turn their homework into a teacher, if it's either not complete, not correct, or in no way what they were expecting, teachers seem to title kids as lazy, which I don't think is true. If a teacher is sitting there calling a student lazy, that's just overall mean. That's a problem with the teacher, not the student. If a teacher genuinely noticed a kid was not paying attention, not talking, not doing anything to get going with the class or do anything, then she can say, or then they can say they were lazy. I personally plan on going into elementary education. If I notice a little kid over there asleep, playing with a toy, doing something that has nothing to do with what we're learning, turns into homework and it's either not complete or completely wrong, I'm not going to point them as lazy. I'm just going to point and say, hey, you didn't turn this in right. It's not right. And I noticed you weren't paying attention. So if you really want to get this homework done, you got to pay attention, which is a big thing. Communication between teachers and students is a big thing. Another thing too is that grades. Yes, homework goes towards grades. It could either increase or decrease. They said that it decreases more, which is a possibility. But at ages of elementary and high school, homework doesn't seem to go towards a grade. It's only when you get to college that it seems to have an effect on it. Elementary, there's no form of grade. It's just practice. High school, it could go towards grades if it was a project or a discussion question or just a question you needed to answer, but not that big of an effect. College, perhaps, is a bigger effect than people think. If you don't get this one assignment done, you could lose a big percentage of your grade, especially people with online classes. You don't do assignments, you're done. You can't do nothing. So yes, homework and doing stuff is important to do. You need to get it done. And in college, another thing is extra credit, which is kind of like homework, just optional. Those help you increase your grade. They don't decrease. They just help you the opportunity to increase. And yes, people think that homework is not important, shouldn't be given, and isn't that big of a deal for school. But again, I personally believe that due to the teacher increase of grades, and yes, it is time consuming, but if you learn to maximize your time and genuinely work towards completing the homework and doing it right, you will get the positive effects of it. Don't look at the negative side and think, oh, that's just what homework is. Homework is negative. No. Homework, again, teaches you the material in a quicker way. It helps you practice the material in preparations for tests. It is an insane, big opportunity that I have always been thankful for. In high school, it had a low amount of effort, but especially college. Seeing an extra credit opportunity or having homework outside of school, it helps. It truly does help me learn the material. So again, homework is important, There are some negative sides to it that people believe truly affect it, but there are the positive sides that truly shows you the goodness of homework.